Expropriation Act has been exposed. President Cyril Ramaphosa admits under oath. Listen to this. This is breaking stuff, breaking news. He admits under oath that the law that he signed in regarding the Expropriation Act of, land without compensation, he acknowledged and admitted to, again, under oath, that it's unconstitutional. So this is massive breakthrough for this beautiful nation, for this beautiful country of South Africa. Well done, Cyril and the AfriForum team. This is absolutely spectacular. Now, there might be some divided opinion with regards to AfriForum and so forth, but I'm hoping that you and I would put that aside right now and look at the fruit and look at the actions of what is ultimately busy taking place. So I'm encouraging you today, as a young person in this beautiful nation of South Africa, to smash the like button over there, to drop your comments down there below, leave your thoughts down there below, and also share this video with young people so we can get them informed, so we can get the young people equipped, so we can get the young people educated on the truth, on wisdom, on what God deems as ultimately being important, and so that we can empower every single young person in this beautiful nation of South Africa to become everything that God has called them to be, so we can rebuild the nation that God desires to ultimately build. Again, there can be no free society, there can be no free country without you and I as young people, as men and women who realize and acknowledge, number one, that there is a God and He is the author of life, of our liberty, of another word for that is freedom, right? He's the author of our rights. Our rights come from God, not from the government. So very excited to share with all of you here today. And hey, if we're just meeting now for the first time, my name is William Moises and welcome to the William Moises Show, where it's all about engaging with the culture of the day and current events, exposing the lies and equipping, educating and empowering you as a young person of this beautiful nation of South Africa to become everything that God has called you to be, to activate you in your purpose so you can shine and be the person God has called you to be, so we can rebuild this beautiful nation of South Africa from the ground up. So let's get into the details over here. So in late December 2024, President Cyril Ramaphosa signed the Expropriation Act into law, and this obviously moved with massive, sparked significant controversy. Let me say it like this. A massive controversy was sparked through this because it was done very sketchy, very undercover. All right. The act follows, or allows rather, for land expropriation without compensation under certain conditions, aiming to address historical land injustices. But I thought that's why the Restitution of the Land Rights Act 1994 was there. Why the heck are we getting involved with this now? Right? Why are we making other people pay for the wrongdoings that they never committed in the first place? It's not right. It is ungodly. It is wicked. And private property rights must be protected because it's biblical. Because again, think about it like this. If the government were able to take the land that you have and give it to somebody else, what's stopping them from taking the land that they gave you to give it to somebody else? This then creates uncertainty. This then creates frustration. This then creates anxiety. This then creates instability. And that becomes a massive problem for a particular society. So private property rights must be protected because it's God-given, number one. And number two, I don't know about you, but I don't want instability within my life. I don't know about you. Maybe you want instability, but as for me, I don't want instability. I don't want that anxiety of, are they going to come and take this today to give to someone else over there who doesn't even know how to use it? You and I don't want that. You and I should have the right, by the grace of God, to live within a society where you and I can both equally flourish, okay, because we are making wise, godly decisions. And then from that place, you and I are able to go and purchase a home so we can build a beautiful family in that particular home. All of us should have that type of opportunity. And this is the amazing thing. That opportunity ultimately exists if you would be, as well as myself, if we would be willing to follow God's principles moving forward. Alrighty. So with that being said, according to AfriForum, AfriForum in South Africa, a South African civil rights organization, has been at the forefront of opposing the act. The organization's CEO, Cyril, has accused President Cyril Ramaphosa of signing the act in secret on December the 20th, 2024, and delaying its publication in the government gazette until January the 24th, in 2025, Krill contends that this delay deprived Parliament of its constitutional right to challenge the act within 30 days. He further claims that Ramaphosa's actions were politically motivated, suggesting that the signing was obviously to try and win and garner some more ANC support, because like you guys well know, they did not do too well in the previous election in 2024. So with that being said, there's a couple of lessons over here. Before I get into the lessons, let me share another article here from Business Tech. It says, in response to these allegations, President Ramaphosa has acknowledged in court papers that certain sections of the Expropriation Act are unconstitutional. Here's a big win for SA. Specifically, he admitted that sections 19, 2, 3, and 4 are flawed because they permit expropriation before landowners can challenge the decision in court. He has proposed that these sections be amended to align with constitutional requirements. So we are trusting in God that it would completely just, fall flat in this entire ungodly, wicked agenda of trying to seize land from other people. And by the way, don't you for one moment think that they are going to give you the land if that ultimately does take place, right? They are greedy, they are selfish, and they're trying to advance their own political agenda and not the country moving forward. So here's one of the key takeaways and key lessons for us as young people. Our loyalty as young people should be, number one, to God first. Because again, if we want a free society, you and I need to understand that God is the author of life, liberty, and our rights, not the government. It is God, the one who ultimately created us, and all of us are equal in the sight of God as male and female, for we are made in His image, we are made in His likeness, and therefore all of us should have the right to opportunity. And by the way, that opportunity is available in this beautiful country today. If you would follow Jesus Christ and follow God's way, His wisdom, His truth, His principle, His patterns, you'll be shocked as to what God can ultimately do with your life. Therefore, I believe that every young person in this nation should pray the prayer, Father, here I am, use me for your glory. And you'll be shocked as to what God can ultimately do. So our loyalty should be to God first. And then number two, it should be to the country. It should be to advance South Africa, to rebuild South Africa, to restore South Africa. It should not be to a political party who's only but trying to, and by the way, this could go for the ANC, the DA, the Patriotic Alliance, the EFF, right? Noma kanjani, maak nie saak wie nie, right? Your loyalty, my loyalty, and your loyalty should be to God first, and secondly, to this beautiful nation of South Africa. It should not be to advance one particular political agenda with their own weird ideologies. It should be to focus on what does God want to do in this beautiful country through me as an individual and through you as a young person living and residing within this beautiful nation. All right. So those are the two call to actions over there. Let our loyalty be towards God, and secondly, towards rebuilding the nation that God wants to ultimately build. Campeones, we're in the Rainbow Nation. It should not be our political parties that ultimately unite us. It should be the green, the gold, the red, the blue, all right, the white and the black, the flag, the colors of the flag that ultimately unite us. Ultimately, a lot of ultimately's over here, that should essentially unite us as a country. Not the color of our skin, not what neighborhoods we grow up in. We don't want to have gangs in this country. We want to be a united nation where the colors of this country ultimately unite us. The red, all right, the blue, the green and the gold, all right, and the black and the white, the colors of this beautiful country, the flag of this nation. That is what should ultimately unite us. A common purpose where we look to rebuild, not burn, but to rebuild South Africa from the ground up. And I believe you as a young person, you are the solution to that. When you get activated, when you start fulfilling your purpose, when you stop complaining and start rebuilding and engaging in the process that God ultimately has for you, we can begin to see some amazing things take place in this nation. Like we've shared in previous videos, you are either a giver or you are a taker. You are either a builder or you are a burner. And my belief is that by you watching these videos, that you would commit yourself to being a giver and a builder and not a taker and a burner. You don't want to be that, campione. There ain't no fulfillment through socialism, nor communism, but only through Christ and following God's way of ultimately doing things moving forward. Appreciate you all. Thank you all for watching. Share this video far and wide, and also get activated today. Get in touch with us at kinginme.co.za, where you can literally start your own soccer school, and we'll kind of show you how and take you through the ropes over there. If you want us to come to your school, to your business, to engage with the youth, let us know. All right, go and visit kinginme.co.za. In the meantime, in between time, just know today, namhlanje, that vandag, that your voice matters.